Hi there and welcome back to Japan, and specifically to our track-by-track listen through to Best Scandal, the album by Scandal. And I'm just going to say the same thing at the beginning of this video that I say at the beginning of all the videos in this series. One, if you're not watching it as part of the track-by-track listen through, then follow it in the playlist in the link with the description below. You can find it. And second of all, sorry, usually we react to the song so you can see me experiencing this all for the first time, but because of Scandal's legal situation, not going into too much details, but we can't basically do proper reactions to their songs, so you're going to have to hear me react afterwards. So anyway, I've just listened to Anata Mawaru, which is track number 6 from Best Scandal. So if you haven't heard that song, I recommend you go listen to it now. You can find it on Spotify or hopefully on the CD that you own. Listen to that now. Have you listened to it? Have you listened? Then we shall begin. Someone was listening to a lot of London rock when this happened. Immediately, I loved it from the second it came in, but I mean, you could draw all kinds of references on this one, from like Madness and the Specials, all the way up to like Kaiser Chiefs, and most notably the Fratellis. When they first came in, I got a seriously heavy Chelsea Dagger vibe. I just immediately wanted to go da 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 da. It just felt like faster and harder Chelsea Dagger, although I believe this song precedes Chelsea Dagger by 2 years. But still, anyway, I mean that on the simplest way, because I mean the cue for that is just a simple dum 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 da da dum dum sort of guitar line. You know, it's so incredibly disposably simple that, you know, it could never be described as copying, but that wonderful energy was present more so even in this than in Chelsea Dagger. It reminded me of so much of that really fun style, bouncy, like usually we think of it as like being a London style of rock, you know, sort of predating the Brit pop of the 90s for the best part, but you know, this sort of sound has been coming and going from the London music scene off and on for a very long time, and this just felt like the embodiment of it. They did it so perfectly. The song just bounced, and it bounced in a very simple way, but it's that kind of element of doing something that's bouncy, but also slightly just something's a little bit sly and suspicious to it. Something's a little bit off. It's, you know, it's not quite settled. It's got a sort of a bar music vibe. It's bouncy, but it's got a slight air of fighting talk about it. It's hard to explain because it's all in the nuances. It's in how sharp the notes are. It's in the fact that the notes sort of twiddle like so that da na 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 na. It's not. It's like a slightly offish sound it goes between. There's that feeling in it, and it does it so well in this song that, like I say, I must assume that whoever wrote this, which I believe was a staff writer, but still, whoever wrote this definitely must have been getting cues from that style of London style of rock music, sort of poppy rocky music, and these girls played it to a T. I could just have this image, again, I'm going off completely on what I think rather than what I know, but I have this image of maybe the producer or the writer sitting down and saying, look, we need you to play it like this, and then just playing them something, you know, by like Madness or something, is like, play it like this. They nailed it. I really thought that the performance carried it especially well, and more as we get through this album, I keep on pointing out the vocal work's brilliant. This at least had 2 singers that I could hear. I know that the girls share a lot of vocals, and they did this right back to the beginning of their career, but here there was at least 2 clearly audible vocalists. But I believe that the normal lead singer, sorry I don't know their names yet, I'm still trying to learn them. Guys, if you're fans of the band, like I can speak, I always say this, I speak from a perspective of someone who's worked in the music industry, but you guys, you're the fans of the band. If you want to school me on things, do that in the comments. That's how I learn. I don't pre-research. I learn from you guys, so you can tell me all the wrong things. But anyway, so the girl who I believe is normally the lead singer and was lead singer on this for the best part, she did an absolutely stellar vocal performance on this, and I just adored the way that she carried the chorus, especially. The chorus, that every time they played it seems to be a little bit more built up. Yes, it starts to worm its way into your ear, and it is very catchy, but beyond that is the fact that they rev it up each time. You kind of get that feeling they play it harder and harder all the way through to the final crescendo. And those last couple of notes, that last crescendo, well, not so much crescendo, the last sort of cadence of the chorus where there's that big vocal blast, she just carries that beautifully. Her voice sounds amazing, especially for a younger singer. Yeah, it's kind of got that rocky thing of, you know, having a little bit of grit to it, but not so much as not to sound big and powerful as well. Yeah, I absolutely love the way they played this. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that this type of music has a slight downfall in the fact that because it's so simple, it can, it struggles to exactly have the highest replay value, but it is incredibly fun and infectious, and they carried that off well. So as a track on this album, again, it's another track with a very clear identity, with 6 tracks in, and I can't say that any 2 of the songs on this album thus far are interchangeable. They all have a unique identity, and that's a much harder thing to do than you might think, especially when it seems that for the best part, the producer has been quite relaxed about their approach to this. I mean, we had the last track was a lot more heavily produced and really well done, but most of the tracks here of the producers being kind of standoffish, quite light about what they've added, and so it's amazing how unique the songs have sounded. But then again, they have staff writers, and that must be said. As much as a lot of people complain about having staff writers for bands, it is true that when you've got assumedly, again, I don't actually know this, but assumedly different writers for each song, that does mean that you're going to always get a very good album, at least from the terms of variation, if nothing else, because you're going to have a lot of different perspectives on what might be the same band, but a lot of different people writing in different ways for them. So I've got to say that was really brilliant. The chorus was very catchy, but I think overall, again, it's one of those songs where it's fairly straight shooting, and this is something you'd expect from a band quite early in their career. It's more about doing something catchy and enjoyable and fun that you can enjoy playing live and that the audience can enjoy, rather than getting too much on the technical side, especially at their age and right at the beginning of their career with a debut album. So, I can't really be too critical about perhaps a lack of nuance, especially in this type of music, the genre that this is playing towards, which is not exactly known for its nuance. They are just going for the right approach here. The chorus is a little bit different. It's a little bit more J-pop, but it is very catchy and it does carry the mood through very well as well. This is a very enjoyable song. It works brilliantly on the album. Whether I would consider it a single, probably not so much, because like I said, I do worry whether it maybe would have that replay value so much as some of the other songs. But I don't know if it was a single. Again, I don't know this, guys. Feel free to tell me. But I must say, as an album track, I would be really delighted every time that came around. The minute that first came in, I would just be straight up on my feet like, yeah, it's this song again. So, yeah, I enjoyed that. Like I say, it is interesting when you listen to songs on an album, you get an extra context. You could hear a song like this on its own, you could just be like, oh, that's really good, and kind of forget about it. But when you think about it in the context of the album, it becomes something so refreshingly special. And that's the real quality of crafting a truly brilliant album, is you can give songs an elevation, you can give them a place where they don't only just work on their own, but they work as a counter to the things before and after them. They work as, like I say, a contextualized thing. And so this song, like I say, I'll just repeat that point once more. Maybe not really a single, as fun as it is, but in an album, what a great track. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, these are my opinions. Please give me your comments, tell me what you think about these songs, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you say. Feel free to ramble. I'm rambling after all. Justify your opinions. Tell me why you think what you think, and I'm looking forward to discussing it with you guys all very soon. But for now, from Japan, hopefully you're following in the playlist, and I'll see you on the next video just after this. But until then, ciao, ciao.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of our hundreds of videos we got online on this channel right now, or get involved in the discussion with us at the many social media links we've got in the description below, where you can suggest new videos and artists for us to check out on the channel. Or you can just do the usual YouTube stuff and comment, like, subscribe. You know how this works by now.